What's going on, everybody? It's Bulls Nation Station back at it again with another one. And today I just wanted to talk about my man Patrick Williams for a little bit. So, heading into training camp, we know who our team is going to be. We know most of the players, well, pretty much all the players that's going to be on the roster. But one thing we don't know is the uncertainty of Lonzo Ball and will he be ready for the upcoming season. And so with him possibly not being available to start the season, that kind of put an idea in my head. The talk has been, well, if Lonzo is not there, who will fill his place as a starting point guard? So that's a really great question to have. Of course, you'll bring up Io, you'll bring up Goran, you might even bring up Alex. But I'm kind of looking deeper into that because, say you don't have Lonzo and you bring in one of those players, 9 times out of 10, they won't be the primary playmaker in that lineup. And, a lot of times they might not even be the one to bring it up down the court. They might be, secondary shooters or things like that. And so, heading into this season, if Lonzo isn't there, who should be the primary playmaker? I'm talking about who should be the one to run a lot of plays and do those type of things, bring the ball up the court. And so I was thinking, last year it was pretty much DeMar DeRozan. And while, he did a magnificent job, earning him an all-star selection, MVP conversation and things like that, as you saw towards the end of the season and into the playoffs, it became predictable. That means, once either DeMar DeRozan has to create or he's going to pass it out for a shooter while they trap DeMar with 2 players. And so I feel like if Billy Donovan wanted to make this lineup more dynamic, he's going to need more playmakers running the offense outside of DeMar DeRozan. And so, if Lonzo was there, I'd automatically say Lonzo Ball, as I felt he should have been more of a playmaker last season. But for this season, especially if he's not there, the guy I'm looking at is actually Patrick Williams. Now, I know a lot of you guys were expecting me to say Zach LaVine, but I feel like Zach LaVine was actually playing some really good basketball when he was off the ball, where he's coming in for open shots, cutting screens and things like that, and having people set him up for easier baskets. I feel like that was when Zach was at his best. Now, don't get me wrong, he can create, pretty good for himself and for others, but I just felt like he did an awesome job when he was off the ball. So Patrick Williams, the reason I say Patrick Williams is because he's a dynamic player. And he's really dynamic if you think about it. But before I, get into more of Patrick Williams, I want you guys to subscribe to my page if you're a true Bulls fan. I keep you guys updated with the Bulls content, the Bulls gossip, the Bulls rumors, reaction, things like that. And, so we're going to talk about it. So Patrick Williams, if you notice that last game in Minnesota, and he was the primary playmaker, look what he did. Look at how he brought the ball up the court and how he drove. He drove with such force. It kind of reminded me, not to the same extent, but kind of like a LeBron James. The reason I say that is because not because it was LeBron light, but because of the strength and the force that Patrick has when he drives to the hole. It's hard to contain that. When he was driving to the paint, you could tell he was just too strong. He was backing down, posting up. When he was in the air, they couldn't really deter his body. He was too strong. And then, he was able to dribble up the court and pass it to the right person, and say that person don't have the shot. You pass it back to Patrick Williams, boom, he's hitting an open 3. I feel like he has those type of tools. He has, handles. As you could tell, if you guys remember Patrick Williams' training, not his training camp, but his pre-workout, his pre-drive workout, that man was bringing it up the court like Penny Hardaway. I mean, bringing it up, creating whatever he wanted to create, easily looking like the best player on the court. And that was with NBA players like Dinwiddie and, other players like that. So I feel like Patrick Williams, I feel like his scoring and his overall game is more dynamic when he has the ball in his hand sometimes. I'm not saying he should be the initial, but you run some plays for him. You know, these past couple seasons, he got it in where he got it in, but coach didn't really run plays for him. I feel like he's at the point in his career, especially now, that he needs plays ran for him. He needs to be able to create sometimes. You know, I feel like that'll help his rhythm as far as his offense. I feel like that will help his confidence. You know, he'll be more in tune to be more aggressive that way. So, yeah, you know, that's what I'm saying about Patrick Williams. I feel like he should be another playmaker on his team. Let me know what you guys think. If you agree or if you disagree about Patrick Williams, you know, leave your comment in the comment section below. And I'm going to holler at you guys later. I'm out.